And a pleasant good afternoon. Yes, good afternoon to you and yours, and welcome to the Brevard Sports Network. And I tell you, we have really been very, very blessed this winter sports season. Tomorrow at about 1 o'clock, I'm going to hop in the car and I'm going to head over to Lakeland, Florida, where for the third time, a Brevard County winter sports team is going to be vying for an opportunity to win a state championship. And listen, it's been Holy Trinity, great run, both the soccer team and the girls basketball team. But this team right here, going over there, I just got a lot of confidence in them. But so for me to tell you about this team, let me bring the guy in that to me is the best coach in Brevard County, hands down, without a doubt. He is the head coach for the Palm Bay Lady Pirates, ladies and gentlemen, EJ Murray. And coach, first of all, congratulations again on getting back to this point. Let me ask you this before we start. When you and I were talking over there in Lakeland back in 2019 and 2020 with Florida Prep, and we were kind of thinking to ourselves, man, we'll be over here a lot. Didn't turn out that way. It's tough to get there, isn't it?
Oh man, it has been an unbelievable time trying to get back to Lakeland, man, and just trying to deal with Lake Highland Prep the last several years, and they've kind of been the more mature team, I think, the past couple of years, but they graduated out a bunch of kids and moved down in classifications, and so I think this year is our year, man. I think
I
it's our
do.
year to kind of be the more mature team and kind of be in the driver's seat, love our seniors and stuff, man, that are pushing us over into Lakeland. So, yeah, man, it's exciting to get back, but it definitely has been a journey for sure.
I want to talk about that a little bit. EJ, I mean, you've won Coach of the Year, I think, twice here on BSN. 2020, I think, the year we launched, and of course, last year. What is different about EJ Murray going to Lakeland in 2025 than the EJ Murray in 2019?
I think my perspective on things are a little bit different now. Like back then, you have that itch to want to win the state championship, and I certainly want to do that now. I'm probably a lot more player oriented now. As far as my goal for my kids is I really want to help the ones that really want to play basketball at the next level. I really want to help them get the exposure and stuff that they need, and train them hard and just help them have an opportunity to get better while they're with me. And then hopefully, the state championship is a byproduct of that, man, and we'll have a good chance to compete. So it's still really exciting. I'm so excited for our kids, to have an opportunity to do something like it. But it's a different feeling for me, and I'm motivated still. We haven't done it at Palm Bay yet, so that's a big motivation.
I got to tell you, we're here with EJ Murray, the head basketball coach for the girls basketball program at Palm Bay. And coach, I got to tell you, I watch how methodical you are in terms of the way you practice, the way you schedule. I mean, it all ties in. Let's talk about this team this year, obviously led by the Tennessee commit, Jada Civil, and of course, the second McDonald's All American at Palm Bay in 3 years. But you look at your schedule, and I want to start with the schedule, coach, because I think a lot of teams might, I don't know, I think they want to hear it from you. As you reach this point of the season and looking back over a schedule in which you have wins over two or three top 25 programs. You've played the top two prep programs in the country. The number four team in DC, the one team in North Carolina and Georgia, and five team. You've played all the great teams in this country. Do the girls get to this point and go, yeah, now I see why we did all that?
I definitely think that they do. It's really fun playing the schedule that we play. That's the
Yeah.
first thing. Just really kind of being challenged, but I don't think you're ready for what we're going to face tomorrow if you don't play a difficult schedule. American Heritage, man, is really, really good. They have, to me, the top junior in the state, in Jasmine Green. She's a really, really good player. I'm a huge fan of her, and their team is seasoned. And so like you can't get to this point and not have played anybody or been tested and then expect to just get over to Lakeland and be like, oh yeah, we're gonna win. So but the main thing, Alan, is the growth that I've gotten a chance to see again from the players by playing that tough schedule. It's maturity, man. That's my word for the girls. Like you can't just you can't just be a normal thinking kid and go and play the teams that we've played. You preparation has to matter to you. Um, sleep, going to bed on time, not being on your phone all day. Like there's so much more that goes into it that I've gotten a chance to see some of my players really kind of grow and as young people throughout the season. So, it's difficult. I'm really, really hard on them. There's probably times in the season that they don't like me very much, but I do it for a reason so that they can compete at the level that we can compete at.
It's amazing to watch and to watch how it really pans out on the basketball floor here with EJ Murray. All right, let's talk about the team itself. Obviously, Jada Civil and the things that she does. I think the one thing about Jada that really surprised me the first time and even the last time I watched her play is she has an enthusiasm. She's good. She scores. She's a three-level player. She does all the things, EJ, you want out of a five-star type player. But what I love about Jada is her love, passion, and enthusiasm for the games. Because you don't get that from all the 4 and 5 stars, do you?
Nah, you don't, man. That kid has a level of humility that is really different. Man, she sent me a message probably a week ago, and a message basically was just like, "Hey, coach, man, like I just want to let you know, like, I'm doing this for you. I'm doing this for my teammates, and I'm doing this for all of the girls at Palm Bay that didn't get a chance to get back to Lakeland and actually win the state championship. The Emmas and the Alanyas and Jazz Majors and Kiara Williams, man. She thinks so much more of all of the people around her than she just thinks of herself, man. So that's so unique in a kid that is that talented, which just shows you how well she's been raised by her mom and dad and her grandmother, man. So so we go. You always go like your leader goes, right? And when you got a kid like that, I'll follow Jada Civil in the war anywhere. She's gonna be there and she's gonna compete and she's gonna be excited to do it. But she's not just doing it for herself. She's actually doing it for the people that are around her.
Yesterday, the team got off to an outstanding start. I mean, right from, what did you tell them yesterday going into that game? Because Aaron Moffitt, another player who is up and down the floor religiously, the Tracey Collins, the Wallaces. I mean, EJ, I said in the article I wrote, you are the type of coach that, a lot of coaches, and I hate to use this term, but when you empty your bench, you're putting in 5 more starters, it feels like every time. What did you tell them yesterday, Coach, to prepare them? Because it's a different atmosphere. You're shooting in a bigger arena. They've played in some big tournaments, but this is the biggest stage in Florida. What did you tell them to help them get off to the start they got off to yesterday?
Really to just get the nerves out, to just play really hard and have fun. We play fast, and I think that allows the girls to just have a chance to kind of settle into the game. The game can be close at times in the beginning as we're settling into it, but we have those runs where we can score, 8, 10, 12, points without the other team scoring. So that's what my mantra is, man. Listen, you guys have fun. It's a great experience for them to be there and be there with each other. And I think that kind of helps settle us down. And then again, like I said, going back to the schedule, like we just been in some big games already this year. So not saying that this isn't important, but I think we're a little bit more settled than most because we've been playing some good opponents earlier in the year.
Coach, I mentioned the Wallaces yesterday and Tracey Collins yesterday. I think it was Tracey yesterday. Or no, which Wallace had the double double yesterday? 10 points and 10 rebounds.
Yep, that was listen. Carlicia Wallace played a
Yeah,
fantastic game yesterday, man. She double from her. Erin Moffitt goes 7 for 7 from the field.
Incredible.
Again, like those kids are, I think people think that all of the kids that I have are these kids that like are from all over the state and they just come to Palm Bay just to play basketball. Man, these are community kids, man. These are kids that I've known since they were young, and they really have just developed into fantastic players. Erin is one of the best 2027s in the state. I'm going to say she's the best 27 because, I'm obviously biased, but I mean, she went perfect from the field yesterday and just had such a great game. And so did Carlicia. Trichet has come on and just been so good for us. In this stretch that we're playing, man. So we had a bunch of contributions yesterday, man, and so it's just fun when you can get out and see the kids do that.
I mean, you watch, the Gabby Weegises and the Kimura Sharp shooting 40% or more from beyond the arc. It's really a lot. I mean, I wrote you have the complete package. Coach, let's talk about the big game tomorrow against American Heritage. Listen, I mean, what they have done, what this program has done for 9 straight years, 9 straight Final Fours. They have won 6 of the last 7 state championships. And I find it incredible that the one state championship they lost to Mainland, they lost by 1 point and then came back last year and beat them by 5 in overtime. But this looks like a much younger version of the Lady Patriots than we're used to seeing on the floor. Tell me a little bit about, without giving us too much, tell me what you know about how to attack this basketball team.
Yeah, I mean, we played American Heritage. We haven't played them yet this year, but we played them twice last year, and both of those games came down to the wire. I mean, they were really, really close games. One of them at Palm Bay, and the other one at a tournament. And so, I mean, they brought back their whole team. We brought back our whole team. I personally think we have the top 2 teams in Florida, regardless of class, when they're healthy and we're healthy. So, this 4A state championship is like, it's a true state championship. Like,
Yeah, no doubt.
Don't expect a running clock tomorrow, like for anything. Like we're gonna go at it tomorrow. But listen, Jaslyn Green, Tanaya Davis, those young ladies, they're juniors. They're really, really good players, and they've competed at a high level this year. And so, I mean, we're gonna have to play. We're gonna have to play a really good game tomorrow to win. And think I think we're prepared, man. Like I said, we're prepared. We've done everything that we need to do. We just gonna go out and play tomorrow.
That's what I'm. I'm sitting here. I mean, we can break this down to 7 ways from Sunday, but the bottom line is you're just gonna have to go out and beat them tomorrow, and that's who's going to be the state champion is the one that does that to the other team. And I know that sounds silly, but when it comes to 2 great teams like your team and Greg's team, that's just the way it is, right?
That's how it goes, man. That's how it goes. So,
that's what it is.
Coach, all the fans, man, I want to tell them that. I think some people in our area, because they don't get a chance to go and see us when we're out traveling, like we don't win every game at Palm Bay. We have not won every game all year. We've gotten our behind beat a couple of times, man. Like we've had to grow through some things too. So, but tomorrow is going to be a tight contest. So everybody should definitely be tuning in tomorrow for sure.
Coach, what was and again we've already put the preview post up with all the links in that post where if you're going, go buy your ticket today unless you want to spend $3 more tomorrow. It's $12 today, it's $15 tomorrow. If you want to watch, it's $11.99. Now I did petition the FHSAA to do an audio only broadcast, which is another option, hopefully, that they'll allow us to do. So stay tuned for that. As soon as we get permission to do that, I'll let you know. It's like listening to basketball on radio. That's what it'll be tomorrow if we're allowed to do that. But we will be there tomorrow providing updates. And then there's also a link in there to the NFHS network to watch. Those broadcasters actually do a really good job over there in Lakeland. And
that is good too, Alan.
Well, I appreciate that, Coach. That I definitely appreciate. I do want to show some love to your coaching staff because when I look at that bench, some of the best basketball minds in the county. The floor is yours, Coach. Praise them with some love.
Man, listen, like I said, I feel like I'm blessed, man, because for the talent that we can put on the court, and then the minds that we have around the girls, it's just fantastic, man. Coach Ray Saunders and Coach Chris Munoz, they kind of joined our staff this year. They came over from the boys' side, from a regional final, appearance last year. And I mean, they've just added so much value to what we're doing at Palm Bay. Coach Morano is that, I mean, she's like one of my favorite people in the whole world, man.
Yeah.
Like, I can't say enough about working with her. Coach Tasson, Coach AJ Zolikofer, both of those gentlemen have forgot more basketball than I know. So I've got a mix of experience, youth, and just really great people, around me, all of the time. And so it just, again, it helps us do what we do and run the type of program that we run. And man, those guys, I wouldn't be here without them. So I appreciate them and the admins at Palm Bay, man. Everybody has been fantastic supporting what we do over there.
What's the game plan now? What's going on? Where are you now? When are you going over? Are you there? What's the what is
Yeah,
the
now we're actually back in Brevard County right now, and we're gonna do some stuff here tonight to kind of get prepared, and then we'll head over actually early, and we'll shoot. Well, we'll try to get somewhere and do some shooting to kind of get used to those rims over there. It's different shooting over there, in Lakeland because of the arena setup. So yesterday we went by UCF. Tomorrow we'll stop by another one of the colleges and just kind of get used to shooting with uh, trying to go from there.
okay?
Yeah.
Coach, it's all over, but the shouting now. All it's time to do now is tip off and go. And let me say this: I've watched you now for, well, I think I lost him, but no,
No,
there he is.
I'm
Are
here,
you there?
Alan. Can you
Okay,
hear me?
yeah, I got
Yep.
you. I got you. You're good. I've watched you now for almost 10 years in this county, and the teams I've watched you coach. I've watched your teams. I've watched your student athletes go to college, ECU, all of it. You do a terrific job. And I can't think of a guy tomorrow that I want to see hoist a state championship for a first time program, winning a state championship than you, Coach Morano, all of your coaches, and the entire Palm Bay girls basketball team, staff, and administration. I know Brevard County is going to be pulling for you tomorrow. Good luck tomorrow against American Heritage. But as I wrote, Coach, I think you got the team this year where it ain't nothing about luck.
Yes, yes. No, that sounds good, man. Alan, I appreciate you, man, and thank you for the support. And man, we want the whole city, everybody to come out tomorrow, man, if you guys can, and support these girls, man. And hopefully we'll get the job done, man.
All right, Coach E.J. Murray. We'll see you tomorrow, Coach.
All right, sounds good. We'll see you in Lakeland, Alan.
All right, yes, sir. For Coach E.J. Murray, I'm Alan Slaughter-Zinski for the Brevard Sports Network. And again, stay tuned to BSN to find out if we'll be able to do the audio only.